Next question comes from Fiona Sword, please.
As a working single parent of 3 children who privately rents my home, I'd like to know each leader's thoughts on the lack of affordable social housing throughout Britain and how their party means to tackle this housing crisis.
Nigel Farage.
Well, like all markets, housing is about demand and supply. One of the big problems we've got is we have to build a new house every 7 minutes in this country just to cope with current levels of migration. So a rapidly rising population has put massive pressure on house building in Britain. Reducing immigration helps, but it doesn't solve the problem. There is a chronic lack of housing. What UKIP proposes is a brownfield building boom. Let's establish a brownfield register. Let's help people with decontamination grants to build on that land. Let's offer incentives such as no stamp duty on properties that are built on brownfield sites. By doing those things, by using empty government buildings, and there are plenty of them, we could produce 200,000 new affordable homes in this country every single year. But it's something we're going to have to start doing very quickly, and we should make sure that all new social housing is for UK nationals only.
Nigel Farage.
There just seems to be a total lack of comprehension on this panel, and indeed amongst this audience, which is a remarkable audience even by the left-wing standards of the BBC. I mean, this lot's pretty left-wing.
Hang on a second.
But it's very interesting.
Hang on a second.
When you talk
Nigel,
about
let me just say one thing.
Yeah.
This is an audience that has been carefully chosen, not
Very
by the
carefully.
BBC, not by the BBC,
Yes.
but by an independent polling organisation to represent the balance between all parties.
It's never a great
idea. Very good.
So very good. Very good. Anyway, carry on.
I think it's very interesting.
It's never a great idea to attack the audience, Nigel, in my...
The real audience are sitting at home, actually. You cannot discuss...
Hang on. Let him have his say.
No, that's fine.
Go on.
Remarkable. We are talking about a market, folks. I know none of you have ever worked in business, but we're talking about a market. And markets are about demand and supply. And I just wonder, I'm curious, could I get any recognition from any of you that the demand side of this equation is that a rapidly rising population due to open-door immigration started by Ed Miliband's Labour Party in the late 1990s has directly contributed towards the housing crisis. Is there any flicker of recognition from any of you? Please, one of you, have a go, please.
We have a housing shortage across this country. But you know what, Nigel Farage? It's not caused by immigrants. In your world, every problem is caused by immigrants. We need to build more houses. We have a situation where certainly the Tory plans are, Ed's may be slightly different, but the Tory plans are to spend a fraction building new houses of what is spent every year on housing benefit. It's the shortage of houses that drives up rent. We need to build more houses, substantially more houses, and then we need to protect them for the people who can't buy their own home and need to rent. Now, you know, Nigel, you're obviously on setting out to win friends and influence people tonight, but if we can get away in this debate from the idea that every problem in this country is caused by immigrants. You know what? Immigrants from the European Union into this country make a net contribution to our country. So if we can maybe just put the bogeyman to one side, we can actually debate these issues for real and in substance.
Can I just alert you all to the fact you don't know the questions that are coming. I do, and there is a question coming on immigration. So let's perhaps not go in too much depth on that for the moment.
Yeah. Just astonishing. I mean, if you cannot accept, if you are not worldly enough to accept there is a demand supply side to this equation, then I'm very sorry. I want to come back. I'm very sorry.
I accept demand and supply. I simply don't accept that all of the demand bit of it is down to immigrants.
When the population goes up, when the population goes up, there is more demand for houses. It's not difficult, really.
Natalie Bennett.
I am going to leave the immigration debate till later. I look forward to that one. But I'm going to take up your beloved market, Nigel.
Yeah.
You're blaming immigration, but we have a market-led housing policy over the past decade or more. That hasn't delivered homes. That's why we actually need to build homes for social rent build council homes. That's the kind of solution we need to actually get genuinely affordable homes. Allowing private landlords to keep stacking up enormous profits. They've actually made 1,400% profit for private landlords since 1996. That's far more than you get from investing in new business, investing in productive parts of our economy. The whole way our housing market has worked has utterly skewed our economy. We need to change that away. We need to get back to those houses as homes.